Good morning, everyone. My topic for today's seminar is Sherlock, which stands for acronym Specific High Sensitivity Enzymatic Reporter Unlocking. It is a diagnostic tool for viral infection, cancer, and mutations. It is based on CRISPR, which uses a guide RNA and a case protein. The first step in disease management is the proper diagnosis of a disease. In last 50 years, several new diagnostic methods has been developed and constant new innovation and improvement is been reported in this field. Coming to the recently developed molecular techniques for diagnosis includes RT-PCR based molecular tests, immunoenzymatic serological tests, next-gen sequencing and many more. But each test comes with their own limitation. Some of the common problems with the current diagnostic method includes number one, they are very expensive for wide range of population. Second, many tests are very time consuming, which is in many cases are life risking for the patient. Tests like biopsy for detection of cancer are very painful and comes with their own potential risk. Apart from this test requires highly trained professionals and advanced machineries. The problems I mentioned can be clearly seen in these two images. The top image shows numbers of people died per 1 lakh population who were falsely diagnosed each year. The graph below shows that in diseases like tuberculosis, HIV, and cancer, majority of the cases are diagnosed either very lately or not diagnosed at all. Sherlock is a CRISPR-based diagnostic tool developed by McGovern Institute, Broad Institute, and Harvard University. Sherlock takes its input as a single molecule of DNA or RNA. After the guide RNA recognized and binds to the target sequence, Case13A gets activated, uh, uh, which initiates the transcleavage activity, which means Case13A indiscriminately cuts any RNA molecule that it encounters. Enzyme used in Sherlock is either case 12 or case 13. The difference between them are case 12 uses DNA as an input, whereas case 13 takes RNA as input. Once the guide RNA recognized and binds to the target sequence, the enzyme clips all of the RNA molecule that it encounters. The discovery of case 13, which was further used to develop Sherlock, is deeply influenced by discovery of case 9 gene editing technology. CRISPR-Cas9, after getting popularity in 2012, researchers from McGovern Institute searched for more CRISPR-related proteins. They used bioinformatics tools to study closely conserved CRISPR regions in bacteria, and that leads to the discovery of case 13. Researchers recognized that the collateral cleavage activity and named it as collateral effective enzyme. Later, based on this property, Sherlock was developed. Coming to the components of Sherlock, it includes case 12A for detection of DNA and case 13A for detection of RNA. Then we required patient cell from which the DNA is extracted, and then we have a guide RNA which is designed based on the infection. Uh, then we have a collateral cleavage detector. It is a short RNA molecules with a fluorescent molecules at the end and a quenching molecule at the other end. For preparation of the sample, researcher add case 13 plus guide RNA complex in a buffer, then adds the detector RNA molecule, and finally the DNA or RNA extracted from the patient. Now coming to the mechanism, when the target sequence is present as shown below, the guide RNA recognizes and binds to the target sequence, which activates the case 13's trans cleavage activity. Case 13 cleaves the reporter RNA. Now the quenching molecules is distant from the fluorescent molecule. It gives a fluorescent signal which is detected by a photodetector, which confirms the presence of the target sequence. Now coming to the summary, first the sample from the patient is collected, then it is amplified to create several copies of RNA, then the RNA is added to case 13 guide RNA complex with the reporter. If the detector reports fluorescent signal, it means the test is positive, and if there is no signal, that means the test is negative. These are the two scientists who played a critical role in the development of Sherlock. Feng Zheng is a Chinese American scientist from Broad Institute who first discovered case 13. Eugene Konin, a scientist from McGovern Institute, proposed the idea to develop Sherlock for the first time. Now, coming to the advantage that includes, it is a single step reaction. Unlike the traditional PCR based techniques, it requires minimum equipments. The test can be run very quickly. The test is more accurate than the traditional test because of the minimal equipment required. It could be made available as handheld devices and it is comparatively cheaper. Now, coming to the disadvantage, it is temperature sensitive. Above 50 degrees temperature, it may get damaged. Now, Sherlock has an advantage over PCR and other molecular diagnosis method as it is more sensitive. For example, in the case of Zika virus, which is very tough to detect, even if the patient is showing high fever, it may remain undetected. But with Sherlock, it can be detected very easily. Coming to the ethical issue, as no involvement of animals and human in the development of Sherlock, there is no much ethical concerns. Though the case 13's collateral activity is a matter of concern, it can be used to develop molecular weapons, but it is not directly related to Sherlock. Coming to the legal issues, government around the world are monitoring the ongoing research and luckily there is no legal concerns reported yet. Coming to the conclusion, I would like to state that proper diagnosis of disease can save millions of lives around the world. A diagnostic tool should be reliable, economic, and easily available. Sherlock diagnostic tool can bring a revolution on how we detect diseases. It is fast, cheap, and reliable and handy, which makes it an ideal tool. With this note, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you.